Aggies from Texas A&M College Station are up to take on 14th-ranked Kansas State today. And Kansas State trying to get an 8th win for the first time since 2003 when the Wildcats won 11 games and won the Big 12 title. All the way back in 1998, these teams met in one of perhaps the greatest Big 12 title game. Bill Snyder celebrated his 72nd birthday earlier this season. We were here that weekend. He said after a while you stop celebrating these things, but he has engineered another comeback here in Kansas State for this Wildcat program. And the Aggies of Texas A&M 5-4 on the season against 14th ranked Kansas State 7-2. Texas A&M deferred, so this touchback will make it Kansas State football at the 20-yard line, meaning that the junior from Loveland, Colorado, Colin Klein, brings the Kansas State offense onto the field. Aggies third in the nation in sacks. Moore and Neely combined for that one, forcing third down. To the sidelines on 3rd and 10 for Harper. It is incomplete. Juggling as he went out of bounds, Chris Harper. And for first down, Ryan Tannehill back from the shotgun. Gray dragged down for a loss on first down. It's Trey Walker. Tannehill over the middle and incomplete. Intended for Wachiku on 3rd down. The clock again winding down. Klein's going to keep it again, attempt to keep it, but he is dropped behind the line. Jonathan Stewart uncalled here to 19. Aggies back into coverage. Klein completes to Thompson on the outside, well short of the first down. 4 wide on 3rd down for the Aggies. Tannehill throwing incomplete off the hands of Nehemiah Hicks. The wind has died down a bit, but still circling here in Manhattan. Hold is down, 50-yarder is wide, and Kansas State holds. Klein looking for Harper. It's incomplete, intended for Sheldon Smith.
Quickly fall apart, they stay within reach, and that's why it's important to get them down.
Play action on 2nd down. Tannehill downfield, it's caught by Wachiku. Quick drop. Tannehill throws, completes near the first down marker at the 10. It's Jeff Fuller. Tannehill to the back of the end zone. Caught. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Ryan Swope makes the grab. Klein goes under center. Fullback Braden Wilson behind him. Option toss. Keys fumbles the football. Who's on top? Aggie football, just the 4th fumble recovery of the season for Texas A&M. Caught on 2nd down. It's Prelo again, the sophomore tight end, has the last 2 catches for the Aggies. Throwing to the goal line. It's caught by Jeff Fuller inside the 5. Killeen, Texas, still in a quarterback for the Aggies. Showers on 1st and goal, walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Texas A&M against 14th ranked Kansas State. Kickoff fumbled by Dillon. Fields it inside the 10. Dropped at the 8. From the goal line. Klein pressure. Flag down as Klein rolls and takes the sack at the 3. Demontre Moore, 3rd and 10. Demontre Moore shows pressure. Klein throws that way on the screen, but right at the 10, Hubert is met by Sean Porter and dropped. 15 years ago, I used the word played on the team in the most liberal sense, of course, Brian. Play action on 1st down. It's intercepted at midfield. That's Nigel Malone with his 7th interception of the season, picking off Ryan Tannehill. Here in Manhattan, Kansas, 3rd down and 12 for the Wildcats. Quarterback Colin Klein from the shotgun. Time to throw to the 20 to Harper. The Oregon transfer inside the 20 on the biggest pass play of the day for Kansas State.
Defense built for units to huddle against him and really maximize a lot of looks they like to throw it in offense.
Klein, keeper on 3rd and 3. Sliding behind his center, B.J. Finney.
Number 7.
Just a yard, maybe less. Klein, option, keeper. First and goal, Kansas State. Klein, keeper on 1st and goal, bounces outside, wrestled down at the 2. Klein keeps it on 2nd and goal. Following his blockers into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State. Colin Klein's 20th rushing touchdown of the season. Good touchdowns and now a personal foul. Back at Tannehill and the Aggies up to the 10. Straight ahead, Cyrus Gray breaks right through the K-State defense all the way to the 33. A 23-yard rush. 3rd and 7. Ryan Tannehill down the middle, batted and incomplete. Emmanuel Lemur, the strong side linebacker, knocks it away from Jeff Fuller. Blitz coming. Klein heaves it on 2nd down. Caught near the 35. It's Tremaine Thompson. Kansas State picks up the blitz, beats the blitz.
Colin Klein's game. Just get it done.
7 for 9 passing now for Klein. Spinning away from the tackler Moore. Heaving downfield. Caught inside the 10. Inside the 5. Colin Klein nearly takes the sack. Flings it downfield for Travis Tannehill.
Did I just say, is it pretty? No. Is it unorthodox? Yes, that's exactly the way that Colin Klein likes to play the game.
33-yard pickup. Klein to Tannehill.
A free blitzer coming off the backside. That has got to be a sack for Texas A&M. Instead, Colin Klein extends the play, keeps his eyes downfield, and once again, gets the ball over the top of the underneath coverage.
1st and goal, Kansas State. Klein, keeper, bounces outside. Colin Klein into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State. A PAT away from tying. Both touchdowns scored on runs by Colin Klein.
What did Bill Snyder say to us yesterday about his team? I asked him about the identity. He said, well, we've proven one thing, to be inconsistent. We've seen that here in the first half. He said, we've also proven we've got a lot of fight in us. Other than the Oklahoma second half here at home, Oklahoma State a week ago, they fall behind. They've fallen behind on the road this year. But this is a very resilient crew, and I will tell you, when your quarterback is as tough as Klein is, typically the rest of the players follow. They go into halftime tied in a game I think we expected to be very, very close, very tight, and it's going to be a battle into the 4th quarter.
3rd quarter has been a problem area for both of these teams, most notably for Texas A&M. But after 2 quarters in Manhattan, Kansas, 14th ranked Kansas State coming back from a 2-touchdown deficit to even it 14-all. Play action. Tannehill throwing back. That's the tight end Hicks, who is upended by Ty Zimmerman, the sophomore safety. Showers in at quarterback. Jameel Showers has stood up. On 3rd and 2, he did not appear to get a yard. Klein forced to throw on 3rd down, dropped at the 35 by Hubert. At the 45, rather. Would have been a 1st down and more for the Cats. Version this year for Texas A&M. Gray. Stuffed short, Kansas State holds, and the Wildcats get the football with a chance to take the lead in the third. Go-to wide receiver Tyler Lockett, true freshman, to become a big playmaker for him out for the year. 3rd and 9, Klein completes. Kansas State converts. That's the tight end Andre McDonald, who gets to the 40.
They're starting to add up. You see the bandaged elbows from Mr. Klein.
Klein throwing on 2nd down. It's intercepted. And this is Terrence Frederick, who will take it back to the 30. Cutting back inside the 15. Frederick grabbed down at the 10. Game-changing play by Terrence Frederick, who had one of the biggest plays of the year for the Aggies on special teams when he returned a block kick versus Texas Tech, 63 yards for a touchdown. Gray on 1st and goal. Gray slipping behind his blocker. Cyrus Gray into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And the Aggies regain the lead in what has been, as you said, Brock, a quarter of doom for Texas A&M. Colin Klein, an interception last time Kansas State had the football. Back to the running game. John Hubert to the 28 before Tony Hurd Jr. makes the stop. Article this week from Brock Hewlett, folks. Trying to pass on 2nd and 14. Heaves it long for Harper, hauls it in. Flag on the play. Harper makes the grab anyway. What a terrific throw and catch, Klein to Harper. From here on the edge of the kicker Cantelli's range, so we're going to get at least 4 yards for field goal, not convert. 3rd and 6. Klein, pressure. Klein will roll away from the pressure. Colin Klein has a 1st down inside the 20. Klein knocked out of bounds inside the 10. 1st and goal, Kansas State.
Referee, you see the arm around it, it's going to draw the flag.
1st and goal, Klein leans in. Touchdown, Kansas State. 3rd rushing touchdown of the game for Colin Klein. 22nd of the season. K-State and BAT away from tying it in the 4th. 3rd down and 3. Gray out of the backfield. Stretching near the stick. Chapman makes the stop. Be the last meeting between these two as members of the Big 12. Fumble the football. Aggies appear to recover. Frederick, who had the interception, recovers the fumble. Aggies have it inside the 30. So a Texas A&M defense that had 7 takeaways all year against the Kansas State team, who would not turn the football over. 3rd takeaway of the day. Ryan Tannehill, the senior from Big Spring, Texas, under center. Tannehill pressure, rolling with room to run. Tannehill inside the 20. Tannehill makes it 1st and goal, Texas A&M. 1st and goal for Ryan Tannehill and the Texas A&M Aggies. Cyrus Gray straight ahead into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And the Aggies regain the lead in the 4th. 5-4 right now, so bowl eligible with a victory today at Kansas State. Colin Klein and the Wildcats hoping to have something to say about that. Demontre Moore gets the sack there on Colin Klein.
To get to that very prestigious bowl game.
Klein heaves it. Incomplete. That's an incomplete pass, so Klein was pressured. Saw an Alden man and tried to shove it there.
Then I'm talking to Mike Sherman. You're an up-tempo team, and that's fine. And you're still too early in this game to change your identity, but I'm handing that ball early and often to Gray.
Touch it again on 2nd down. Gray moves the chains and more. Cyrus Gray could be gone. Cyrus Gray dragged down at the 10. Matthew Pearson manages to catch up with Gray. drops it himself near the goal line, marked down just short.
Extend the ball out to score the touchdown.
Tannehill again on 3rd and goal. Sneaking. Apparently short, meaning 4th and goal coming. Ty Zimmerman stops Tannehill there. 6:45, not a quick strike offense in general. Field goal is good. Or that goal. On 3rd and 10, leading long, caught, first down, Kansas State. The true freshman, Curry Sexton, makes the grab. Wildcats nearing midfield. Bryant wants it all. Harper behind the defense, hauls it in. Touchdown, Kansas State. We're back to a one-score game with 5:49 to go. Somehow, someway, Kansas State always takes it to the wire.
And so much for that no quick strike in your offensive scheme. Chris Harper outside with the post route, and Colin Klein staying tough and delivering through the contact. Before that play, you go into it as a defensive staff and you're telling your kids, don't give up the big play. Everything in front of you. Dustin Harris gets lackadaisical.
Tannehill on 3rd and 9, finds Cyrus Gray. The pass is incomplete. 4th down coming for the Aggies with exactly 5 minutes remaining in the 4th. Red Tyler Lockett, true freshman, out for the year. Lacerated kidney. There's a face mask on Sexton, and multiple flags are down. Klein on the draw on 3rd and 5. Wrestled down. This is the right call. 44-yard attempt from Anthony Cantelli. The 44-yarder is good. Tied 31-all with 2 minutes, 12 seconds to go. Once this season on 4th down, so a critical 3rd and 1. Tannehill drops on 3rd and 1 to the sideline, and it is incomplete. And that is Nehemiah Hicks, who has now dropped 3 balls, and all 3 would have been huge for the Aggies. So the teams who went to double overtime back in 1998 in the Big 12 title game, meeting for the final time as Big 12 opponents at the end of 4 quarters in Manhattan, Kansas. Even at 31, we are headed to overtime between the Aggies of Texas A&M and 14th ranked Kansas State. Down 10 in the 4th, even it at 31. Colin Klein to pass on the first play of overtime. Harper, did he haul it in? Yes, he did, inside the 10. First and goal, K-State. Colin Klein to Chris Harper. Junior from Colorado, keeper on 2nd and goal, picking his way into the end zone. Touchdown. Rushing touchdown of the day for Colin Klein.
They get the ball to the 8-yard line. That's Colin Klein territory. 6'5", 225 pounds. Boy, that sure looks like that actually comes down before he crosses the goal line.
And Brock, that's exactly what happens. Tremaine Thompson recovers that fumble. We were wondering why there wasn't a signal from the officials on the Klein touchdown. That is why. A fumble by Klein, recovered by Tremaine Thompson, and that is the Kansas State touchdown. So Klein fumbles at the goal line into the end zone. Tremaine Thompson recovers, and K-State takes the lead in OT. Tannehill to throw on 3rd and 5, complete. Swope near the 10. Moving the sticks, it will be 1st down and 10 for Texas A&M. Tannehill to the end zone, caught, touchdown. touchdown. Fuller makes the grab. A PAT from the Aggies will send us to a second overtime between Kansas State and Texas A&M. Tannehill tipped and incomplete. Fourth down coming. Wind does not appear to be a factor. The 42-yarder is easily good. Heck of a kick there from Randy Bullock to put Texas A&M up by 3. Field goal would tie if the Wildcats are unable to convert on third down. Klein on 3rd and 6, pressure, throws incomplete. No flags. Field goal attempt coming for Kansas State. Cantelli's tied it once with a 44-yarder. This is from 38 for Anthony Cantelli to send us to a third overtime. Cantelli's 38-yarder is good. The third overtime between the Aggies and Wildcats coming up next. The day isn't done in Manhattan. Top of the third overtime for Colin Klein and Kansas State. Heavy pressure coming. Room to run for Klein from the 25. He will take it all the way into the end zone for a Kansas State touchdown. Fourth rushing touchdown of the day for Colin Klein. K-State leads in the third overtime.
How many times this afternoon has Colin Klein extended the passing plays? They made Texas A&M pay down the field on some post routes and some comebacks. And this time you could see with his eyes all the defenders lose their sense and their job and their containment. And he may not be lightning fast on a track, but he's football fast. And now 23 rushing touchdowns on the year.
Klein from the shotgun. Klein tosses incomplete. Kansas State appears to go for a little bit of a trick play on the two-point conversion. Let's check in with Robert. Aggies need a touchdown, so there's certainly 2 plays here. Or first and goal. So it is without question 4-down territory. Tannehill throws incomplete. It will be 4th down and goal. 4th down and the ball game. If Kansas State stops Texas A&M on this play, the Wildcats win in triple overtime.
Just get a sense of this place right now. It is electric.
Fourth and goal. Aggies need to put it in the end zone on this play. Tannehill pressure. Tannehill heaves it to the end zone. It is caught for a touchdown. Wachaku makes the grab. A&M will be forced to go for 2. And now if Texas A&M gets this 2-point conversion, they claim the victory in triple overtime.
Wachaku finishes it on the other end, but this is all Ryan Tannehill. Kansas State does not buy the play action. Tannehill avoids the sack, does not fluster, gives his receiver an opportunity to make a play and an opportunity to put so many of those demons away from this season. So many failures and so many big opportunities. Your chance to win the game right here.
Even at 47 in the third overtime. An Aggie 2-point conversion gives Texas A&M the win. Tannehill's pass is tipped and incomplete. We are headed to a 4th overtime between Texas A&M and Kansas State. What a way to close out this Big 12 series between Texas A&M and Kansas State. To the 4th overtime in Manhattan. 3rd and 5, Tannehill to the air. It's caught. Just outside the 10. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Aggies. Jeff Fuller, the senior from McKinney, Texas, makes the grab. But first, you have to get the end zone.
Maybe you could still gain that ever-important first down here. Don't leave just a touchdown.
Tannehill, right near the first down marker. The ball is caught. This is a big spot coming up. Ryan Swope is marked about a yard short, meaning 4th down and 1. 2 for 3 today. That miss was 50 in the win. This 20-yarder is good. So Texas A&M leads 50-47, but now Kansas State gets the football in the bottom of the 4th overtime. Overtime came into play in 1996. This is the longest game for both of these schools since overtime. First overtime for Kansas State at home. Gives the Aggies the lead right now, 50-47. Ryan on 2nd down following his running back blocker, Huber. Fine keeper again on 3rd down and 3, stretching near the first down marker. Very close. And it is 1st down, Kansas State. In Stillwater. Back home in Manhattan against the Aggies. Overtime number 4. Klein throws to the end zone for Thompson. It is incomplete. Flags down. Pass interference would appear to be the call against Tony Hurt Jr., making it 1st and goal. Kansas State takes a timeout. The Wildcats are 2 yards away from a win in the 4th overtime.
Here's what you know you're going to get. You're going to get number 7 at least 4 times. And if you do anything else and you try to get in the shotgun and you try to be cute, I'm giving that ball to number 7 4 times. 23 occasions this year rushing touchdowns. He's on pace to shatter the all-time record for rushing touchdowns in a season. Number 7 at 6'5", bloodied, in pain, hurting. This is his game. This is his game to finish.
Already 33 carries on the day for Colin Klein. 2 yards away from a victory. 4 rushing touchdowns on the day for Klein. Colin Klein on 1st and goal. Still shoving. No signal. Klein is marked just short of the goal line. 2nd and goal. Inches away from a Kansas State win.
Look at the scrum, look at the surge, look at the effort, look at the want-to of those Kansas State Wildcats. They can smell it, they can sense it. Their quarterback, this is what he lives for, these opportunities around the goal line.
2nd down and goal. Klein is in. Touchdown, Kansas State in 4 overtime. The Kansas State Wildcats win. And the final Big 12 meeting between K-State and Texas A&M. Carry of the day for Colin Klein, his 5th rushing touchdown. 4 overtimes. Kansas State beats Texas A&M.
Sometimes football can be very complex. At other times, it can be very simple. You play to your strength, and your strength is Colin Klein.
Kansas State wins it over Texas A&M in 4 overtimes in Manhattan. From Brock Hewitt and the entire hard-working crew, I'm Carter Blackman. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. A Big 12 Classic in Manhattan. K-State wins it in 4 overtimes. And coming up very shortly, Oregon versus Stanford on ABC.